Well, thanks for visiting us here at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses, and we have your Monday forecast update headed into a pleasant weather week, I would say, for the most part, especially today. We'll have temperatures upper 60s, low 70s, coming off what was kind of a chilly and cloudy weekend there. But a quick warm-up. We actually have another warm front coming through tonight that could push us some record highs, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and perhaps Thursday as well. Record territories, upper 70s this time of the year, which we don't mind too much, but the mornings will be mild and the afternoons warm through the middle of the week. But there is a cold front in the outlook here. We'll stir up some showers and storms Thursday and Friday. Have to watch Friday for maybe some strong storms there, and following that cold front we do cool down as we head into next weekend, and I'll show you those numbers in just a moment. But as far as your Monday morning here, partly to mostly cloudy again today. We won't have the overcast and kind of chilly conditions we had over the weekend, as our winds have already turned back to the south. So the dew point's starting to go up, and the temperatures in the 40s here has allowed some fog to develop this morning. Again, we've been pretty dry, so there's not a lot of moisture in the ground here, which is why we're not seeing the area-wide dense fog, but there will be some spots where it's kind of difficult to see this morning, especially through Mount Pleasant. Looks like visibility is down to a mile or less there, where the temperature is down to 40 degrees or so. Mid-40s for Shreveport is holding off the fog for now, but we may see some patchy fog closer to sunrise here. And there's a look at the temperatures today. Should be a very pleasant late morning and afternoon, as we'll be in the upper 60s, low 70s today. You can see the record today is 77. We won't be close to that, but again, with a little sunshine out there, should feel great today. Also around 70 in Texarkana, and the rest of the Arklatex likely in the upper 60s this afternoon. So it will be a few days until we see the rainfall here again. A look at your Robins to Futurecast shows those partly cloudy conditions through the afternoon. There'll be some times where it's mostly cloudy and you get a little shade if you're working outside. And you can see for your Tuesday, that warm front coming in tonight will stir up quite a few clouds. Lows tonight are only going to be in the 50s and low 60s, so it looks doubtful we'll see as much fog out there tonight. And the weather story this week, we have a cold front finally going to give us some rain and cool us down a bit. That's the area of low pressure out there off the California coastline that's eventually going to drive that cold front through later this week, and we can follow along here as we go through the middle of the week. You can see that ridge of high pressure that will just kind of keep us dry through at least, I would say, Thursday morning here. But here comes that trough of low pressure driving that cold front across the country here, so we'll begin to see some showers and storms there late Thursday, and we'll be on the warm side of the front again Friday. That will allow some time for maybe the ingredients for some storms to build in Friday morning or Friday afternoon here, but the majority of the severe weather ingredients expected to stay maybe to the northeast of the Arklatex, and then there's the cold air behind the front that will settle in as we clear out over the weekend. Watching Friday, again Thursday, it doesn't look like we'll see much of a window for severe weather there, but some of the ingredients for severe storms could be close to us on Friday. Again, I would expect the best ingredients will stay to the northeast of us, but we'll have to watch some of these storms maybe for the potential to see some severe weather hazards later this week, especially if the timing of that system were to slow down. That would allow us a little more time to warm up on Friday, and of course the warmer it gets, the more conducive for severe weather. So again, Friday's forecast, as we say, not quite set in stone there, but just something to keep an eye on and check back on during the week. The moisture is pretty limited with this system, which is one of the reasons we're probably not going to see that high of a severe weather threat. Is the 7-day rainfall outlook. This will be Thursday into Friday. We could see a couple rounds of showers and storms there, really only adding up to about a quarter to half inch of rain, so not enough to help out with the drought conditions. We had a number of burn bans pop up late last week and over the weekend, so you can see those listed here, and we may see a few more of these as we continue through the week, so we'll be sure to pass those along to you. Reminder, you can always find those on the website, KTALnews.com. Look for the weather tab there, and in the pull-down menu, you'll see a list of the burn bans there. So we do have some rain in the forecast. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough to really help out with the drought, but we are going to see those temperatures kind of drop off, expecting we'll be in the 60s and 70s on Friday. And as we dry it over the weekend, I think similar to this last weekend, we'll have a lot of clouds out there and pretty chilly temperatures, mid to upper 50s as we go into next weekend.